okay. I didn't really want to do that, but. Hi, love. Are you gonna help me film? Do you want to be in my video with me? Do you want to be? Hey everyone, this is Kelsey. This is Essentially Booked. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. And my tripod is so bad. Like, that's what it should be, but it just falls forward and I can't figure out how to fix it. Okay, and my dogs are probably gonna interrupt. But anyways, I am wanting to declutter. I have a lot of unread books on my shelves. And I want to go through my bookshelf and get rid of books that no longer are interesting to me and to sell them on my Pango or put them in little free libraries. I have a goal. I want to try to get 50 books off my shelf. So we will see if this is possible, but I'm going to go through these shelves and then I will walk through what books I'm getting rid of here and we'll just see. But I think I can do it because I've honestly been thinking about a lot of books that no longer serve me and I just want to get them gone. I'm looking at books that are old that I haven't read in a long time, the whole shebang. So I'm gonna start looking through my shelves, decluttering. I have shelves upstairs and I have some shelves in this room back over here too. So I'm just going to start and try to get rid of 50 books and then tidy up my shelves and all right. Oh, Kings is gonna join us, I think. Let's see how many I got, but I think I got pretty close to 50 books. So I'm gonna unhaul 42 books, which I think is pretty good. My goal was 50, but you know, there might be more that pop up. I'm just gonna go through them really fast. These will all be on my Pango, or if their arcs are going into, or if they're arcs or in bad condition, they are going into little free libraries. What to eat, about food history. I was really into food, like nutrition and theory. Be My Guest, Reflections on Food, Community, and the Meaning of Generosity. The Girls Who Went Away, The Hidden History of Women Who Surrendered Children for Adoption in the Decades Before Roe v. Wade. I was touring about this one, but I've read it. It's really good if you're in the adoptive community, but now that Roe v. Wade's been overturned, we're kind of back into this reality and it's not my fave. John Krakauer's Into Thin Air is one of the best nonfiction books I've ever read, but I have no desire to reread it. And then In the Weeds, Around the World Behind the Scenes with Anthony Bourdain. I love Anthony Bourdain. I've read some of his stuff, but this just, I didn't really want to read it, and I've had it for like 3 years, so time to go. Masters of the Air, America's Bomber Boys Who Fought the War Against Nazi Germany. This was made into a series from Apple TV, and I was gifted it from the publisher without asking. It was unsolicited, so I don't feel bad about giving it away. I don't think I will read this. I would rather just watch the TV series. And same with this. This is The Brides of Maricourt. Gregory Maguire, like part of the Wicked series. Little Gods by Mang Jin. I don't really know anything about it, but I'm just not feeling it. Happiness Falls by Angie Kim. I liked, but I didn't love. This is actually a signed edition that will be going on to my Pango. So yes. Venko, I also really loved this book, but I just have no desire to pick it up. I got this from Dog Eared Books as part of their dog pack subscription, so it's just gonna go on my Pango shelf. Ashes in the Snow is like a crime novel that takes place at Auschwitz, and I just don't know if I'm in the headspace for this, and so I think it's just gonna be gifted to somebody else. Habitations, I also got this unsolicited from the publisher. It's about like an immigrant daughter who is navigating the United States and like with her parents and stuff. I think it was kind of like, sort of like Queenie maybe was one of the comps. And then I got, this is an arc, it's called The Good Son, and someone compared it to like, gosh, I can't remember what the book was. Notes on an Execution. I just don't have any desire to pick it up. I've had The Women with the Blue Star for years, since 2021. Also an ARC by Pam Jenoff, and I just don't think I'll ever read it. The Bronze Drum is a novel of sisters in war. I got this sent to me by a publisher, Grand Central Pub. Again, have not been no desire to pick it up. I think it's about Vietnamese women who fight back in like a long time ago. The Night Shift, this is an ARC. I started it, couldn't get into it. It's like time travel thrillery in New York City. I really liked this book, Last Night at the Telegraph Club by Melinda Loeb. I have no desire to reread it, so I don't think it needs to stay on my permanent bookshelf. When We Were Young and Brave by Hazel Gaynor, also a World War II novel. I started it at one point, didn't really get interested. Same with Band of Sisters. I'm getting rid of a lot of World War II novels. Surprise, surprise. It takes a very special World War II novel to keep me intrigued. Lauren Willig is just super wordy, and I don't love that about her. I found that I just don't like her very much as an author. And then from my romance shelves, I'm getting rid of all of the Romance Book Club books, not because I don't love them. I absolutely adored these, but again, I have no desire to reread them, so I don't need them on my shelf. These are just some random ones. I don't even know how I got. Her Seductive Dare, Rachel Lee's Lost Warriors, and then Naima Salone's With Love from Rose Bend. Most of these, I think these three will just go straight to Little Free Libraries. I need to separate out all my ARCs because I'll be driving around town to Little Free Libraries for a while. Let me go get more stacks of books. All right, more ARCs that I didn't ask for. Elsewhere by Celadon. She wrote Saint X, which I enjoyed, but I just am not intrigued by this. I read this, Talk Bookish to Me by Kate Bromley. It was like one of the first ARCs I ever got. It was actually a really cute romance, but it's an ARC, so it's going into a Little Free Library. The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. Loved this, but no desire to reread it. And then I'm gonna get rid of my two Tessa Bailey, Hook, Line, and Sinker, and It Happened One Summer. These were really fun, but again, won't ever reread them, so I don't need to hang on to them. And then this one, it was a Christmas book. I've had it for a couple years and haven't read it when I'm doing Christmas reading. It's The Christmas Dress by Courtney Cole. Seems like a serendipitous, like, Sister of the Traveling, like, pants book. The Future, I read this last year. I don't have any desire to reread it. It's an ARC. It'll go into a Little Free Library. A Touch of Moonlight, same here. This is a Harper original. I tried this. It was too weird for me, not my thing. I think it's like about werewolves and indigenous people. And then The Starless Crown by James Rollins. This is the start of a fantasy series, but I don't know anything about it and I haven't heard anything about it, and so I'm just gonna say bye. The Blind Assassin by Margaret Atwood is a book of the month book I'm going to unhaul and just get off my permanent shelf forever because I have not had any desire to read this ever. And then the ESV Study Bible. I don't need it. Not my desired translation. Harry's Trees is one of my favorite books of all time, or it was, but as time has gone on, I'm just not really feeling it anymore and I don't want to reread it, so I'm getting rid of it. This is probably the hardest one to get rid of, but I think it's time. Charles Fraser, he wrote Cold Mountain, The Trackers. Haven't heard much about it, so I'm saying bye. And then Mummy Darling, this is about like the girls of the Guinness dynasty. Sounds fun, but I have not heard anything about it. Same here, historical fiction, getting rid of it because I'll probably never read it. Sign Here by Claudia Lux. I got this from Book of the Month and I just am not, I haven't heard good things about it and I don't really think I'm gonna love it. So this is about like someone who works with the devil and writes deals for people or something. I don't know, but it just doesn't really sound like something I'm into, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. The Moon Represents My Heart. I was sent this by the publisher and it's comped to The Immortalist and Everything I Never Told You and Time Traveling. Sounds interesting, but will I ever read it? No, so that's why it's going away. And then this is The Naked Don't Fear the Water. This is an underground journey with Afghan refugees. I just don't think I'll ever read this, so it's going into like a Little Free Library or my Pango. And then this is a horror novel I've heard zero things about, but I featured it for a publisher and yeah. Had it on my shelf for a year, don't want to read it, it's going away. And then one of my oldest books that I'm unhauling is Watchmen. I've read like 40% of this and then just put it away every time. And so I think after like 10 years of owning it, it's just time to go. So there's all 40 something books I'm getting rid of, which is pretty awesome. Now I need to log them out of my spreadsheet of all the books that I own and then list them on Pango or put them in little free libraries. So I might take you with me as I put them in little free libraries. We will see.